One of the most interesting stocks you may have never heard of, ALAB. It's ticker ALAB. What do they do? All things data center and a lot of things AI data center, which are all getting built out right now. You cannot just build a data center with NVIDIA chips and four walls. You need switches. You need all sorts of other things. That is what ALAB does. Let's take a look at what the stock has done since its recent IPO in March. As you can see, opens at $36 or prices at $36. It takes 3 days for this stock to go to almost $90 a share. Incredibly hot stock, right? And then what do we get? Well, we get a big down move here down in the 40s, but since August, September, essentially, you could have more than 2x your money. And just want to point out this huge earnings move. This is its most recent earnings. Let's take a look at the numbers as to what's driving that stock growth. So let's take a look at what ALAB is doing right, and that is revenue growth. You can see this year expectations for revenue growth 231%, next year 48%. How many stocks have that kind of revenue growth? Very, very, very few. That's why everybody is chasing this name right now. However, right now this stock is priced at 34x revenue. Great tech companies that are growing 10 to 15%, they probably get 10 to 12 revenue multiples. This stock's getting a 34 right now. Let's take a look out in the out years to see if that is justified. So we're going to take a look out here in 2028. That's 4 years out from now, and revenue in the model 1.3 billion, right? Now, what would happen if we took that 1.3 billion and put a 10x revenue multiple on it? We'd get a stock price of exactly where it's trading right now. So they can do everything right, only get a 10x revenue multiple out in 2028, and you, the shareholder, have made nothing. You have made nothing. So if I'm buying this stock here, I better think that either it's going to get a better than 10x revenue multiple, which it might still deserve something 12, 15 or something like that. But I also want to see or think that revenue growth is probably higher than this 1.2 billion. I want to see revenue growth, revenue number out in 2028 in my model of at least $2 billion. That way, if you put a 10x multiple on it, you get a $20 billion enterprise value. And that enterprise value at least makes you a little more than a market return, which you deserve for taking all this risk with ALAB, essentially. So that's it from us on ALAB. We think the stock's a little overpriced right here, unless you really love revenue growth. So we would probably hold off and look for a better price to enter this thing. Thanks for everything you guys do to hit us on social media, all the likes, all the questions, all that stuff's fantastic. Keep it coming. We appreciate it.